Well, hello there. How is everyone? I hope you are all well, you beautiful, beautiful people. It's the weekend. This was an unplanned, or this is an unplanned. I've got 2 other videos that will be out later today. So that will actually be video 2 and video 3. And this is now video 1. I know there's going to be some confusion, but what would this channel be without confusion? But anyway, we're talking about docs, and this is going to be a rant video. So strap in. So we go through the docs first. Some of you will know what they are. So I know that Jules, over at Jules of All Trades, she went through the doc. I haven't watched her video yet. I'm going to watch it after. I do apologise, Jules. I'll be there after this. I'll get in there. But let's have a look at this doc. So this is the one that we've been waiting for. This is the one that was going to tell us everything. This was going to be, in my opinion, what separated the wood from the chaff, so to speak. Public order for disclosure of IGG information. I can feel the excitement in the room. I've got this far through this doc, and I can feel everyone's excited. Bated breath. That's it. On October 25th, 2023, I remember it well, the court issued an order addressing IGG DNA. They did indeed. Investigative genetic genealogy, for those of you who don't know what IGG is. It's when they get hold of genetic genealogy data in the process of an investigation. An order for an in-camera review. That's right, Judge John Judge, he was going to get it. He was going to get it in camera and look at it, address it. Address the state's motion to prevent the disclosure of the investigative genetic genealogy information to the defense, and the defense's motion to compel discovery of all the information, which, you know, if you're someone who's sitting there thinking, I'm going to get likely shot, I'm going to get shot up against a wall, so I would pretty much like to have access to every single piece of information that is being used against me in order to get me shot. I don't think that's too much to ask. Even people who absolutely despise Brian Coburger and has him pinned, has him already lined up against the wall, I think even you people can understand that if you're going to shoot someone, if you're going to potentially shoot someone, the very least you can give them is every single piece of evidence that you have and everything surrounding that in order for them to have a look so they can look at it and go, do you know what I mean? That's it. So that was what this was all about. The prosecution didn't want them to have it. Defense was like, oh, well, we want it. On the 30th of November 2023, the state submitted to the court in camera all IGG information pertaining to the state's investigation from both the FBI and a private laboratory, which we believe at this stage is Othram, but we're not 100% sure. The court has now completed its review of the information provided by the state and orders the state to discover, and this is where I got really excited, because I expected them to turn around and say what they should have said, and that was all. To send them the lot, send them everything. Is that what you're waiting for? Defense a portion. That's like a chicken leg, isn't it? You have a chicken, and you look at it, and you break off a leg and give the defense the leg, and then you keep the rest to yourself. That's what's happened here. So they've given them a chicken leg. The specific material to be provided is set forth in a sealed order to protect the privacy of the IGG information, including individuals on the family tree. Not being funny, but anybody can pretty much go and find out someone's if someone wants someone's family tree, if someone wants to get hold of that information, they can pretty much do that. That's not a problem. So I don't know who they're protecting and who they're protecting them from. This should have been obtained from a public database of all things, something that the public has access to, and anybody can really go onto these and start finding out people's history, if you know what you're looking for. I certify that copies of the public order for disclosure of IGG information were delivered by email to, and the list of people. So there you go. I just don't get it. I don't understand why we're consistently no, like we've seen the 11th request for discovery filed a couple of days ago with that was it J fucking attached to it. And you wonder whether that's now the defence saying, "Hold on a second, you've given us. We want it all. We don't want a proportion. We don't want the leg. We're breast people. We are breast people. We want the breast as well. Can't just tease us and say we've got legs and breasts here, but hide the breasts from us. Do you know what I mean? We want the whole lot, and that's what needs to happen here. When you are trialing someone for." Well, any crime that could lead in the potential execution of that individual, then you have a responsibility to give them everything. There is no fucking ifs, no buts, no maybes. You give them everything. Every single thing that you have got that you used in order to ascertain who they were, where they were, what they did, anything to do with that, you give to them. You can't even say, you can't use it and then decide later on, well, actually, we don't need to use that because we can say that we found them this way and then scrap that. That doesn't fucking work that way. At the end of the day, the IGG situation, this DNA situation, was a part of the investigation. It was a part of the journey to get to where we are today. So it exists. You can't do a journey and scrap off the first 10, 20% of it and hope that everybody will just forget that it ever happened. Because at the end of the day, people are entitled to a fair trial, and part of a fair trial is to make sure that how you ended up there in the first place was done properly. And it seems to me, the more that this case goes on and the more that this kind of thing happens, the more people are going to consider that this is a setup. This feels like a setup. And again, I'm not even saying that it is a setup. I'm not even saying that Bryan Kohberger was set up. I'm just saying that this situation does not feed into a confidence. There is no, in my opinion, like I am not confident that things have been done right here, that things have been done proper, that everything's been done fair and by the book, and on a level that it should be in order to properly go down the track and potentially convict someone and then execute them. This to me stinks. It doesn't sit right. It doesn't sit proper. Does it with you? Let me know down below. How do you feel about it? How simple is this? This is genetic genealogy data that we know was used in the investigative procedure of finding Bryan Kohberger and getting Bryan Kohberger arrested, charged, and held before trial that would see him, or potentially see him later on down the line, executed. So please tell me what lawful reason there is to hide any proportion of that whatsoever from a guy who could potentially be executed over this crime. Let me know down below. That'll be an interesting one. Let's see if anybody can pull that one out of the bag, because I fucking can't. Have a fantastic, fantastic weekend, you amazing, amazing people. And remember, 2 more videos today. So keep them out. Video 2 and 3 on the way. See you then.